So I picked up this old Skil bench grinder. It's a 70 something model off the marketplace for 20 bucks. It was cruddy, so I decided to give it a little bubble bath, see if I could clean it up, make it look a little bit better. And it helped. It got a lot of the dirt off, but it still didn't look that grand. And had some rust around the backside and underneath. So I decided it was time to just go ahead and treat it right and give it a paint job. So I disassembled it. Notice I put the bolts in a magnetic container so it wouldn't lose anything. I also documented the wiring by taking photographs, and when I went back together I fixed this neutral that was broke through the switch. Using a power wire brush, cleaned all the old rust and paint off. Some of it I did on the bench grinder brush. After I got all that cleaned off, I put a coat of primer on it, and actually a couple coats of primer on it. And when I did the motor, I made sure that I covered the wiring and put PVC over the shafts to keep paint off of them. Then I determined this capacitor was wrong. The motor wouldn't reach full RPM. This was a start capacitor. Ordered a run capacitor is what it actually needed, and 4 guitar cabinet feet. I got all that nice and neat up inside. I insulated the capacitor top because it wouldn't fit in the holder. And then I determined that my grinding wheels I ordered was also too wide, so I had to make some wooden shims to give me just a little bit more clearance on the covers. So remember what we started with. This is what it looked like when we started, and then I'm going to show you a couple of pictures of it after I painted it. Okay, now I'm going to show you a close-up of the wooden shim. I painted it with the hammered paint as well. And then I got to test it out, and it actually ran a proper RPM. So it was all good. So now all I need is a stand. So I picked up a couple of these with the intention to make a grinder stand or something. Actually made a vise stand out of one. And decided to cut the top of it off. And that gave me a pretty big surface, so I decided to put 2 grinders on it. I had plenty of room. I could work off either side. And then I got to thinking it'd be nice to have a grinder station. So I put my other grinders on here. You may wonder why I have so many. I actually inherited some of them, and some of them are about on their last leg. But I got a cutoff wheel, a grinding wheel, a cut brush, and a straight brush, so I can do about anything I want to do without having to change a grinding wheel out. And yes, that is duct tape around the edges. It is high quality duct tape though, and I may replace it with something in the future. I did put power strips on it so I wouldn't have to run but one cord to it, and I just cut some little V-notches out. I just took a square and cut some 45s out. So again, there's the power strips. And the V-notch just seem to work good. There's a lot of people come up with different ideas for hanging grindings, but this is working for me right now. I put the little toolbox on the bottom, just a little ammo case that had some extra blades in it, and the spanner wrenches. So there's my grinder. Thanks for watching.